Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. And it's Saturday and it's Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Now today we have got a real Easter treat. It's a glorious map. It is really very nice indeed. But not only that, the quirky asset of the week that we have today is kind of quirky by nature of nobody's really doing them yet, but they will be. So it'll be mainstream, I would imagine, in a few months' time. But for now, one of a kind, unique, and I love it. And do you love it? Yes, you do. Show your love right now, please. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for your support. Okay, today's map is Ludington by Mr. Miyagi and Zardas, Mass Transit by Mr. Miyagi and Zardas, just in case you hadn't guessed. The start square is right there with no highway but a couple of basic national roads. It's all good. There's your resources splashed all over, lots of fertile land. That's your main attack there, I think. And then off to the workshop. Yes, it is Mass Transit DLC, in case you didn't guess. And then the regular temperate theme we'll be using today. The generic tree pack is required also, and because there's no LUT recommended, we're going with the realistic version 1.2 because we always do. And it's a really good read, that page. Mr. Miyagi, very good at giving you background information. Not essential information, just background information. So, what can I tell you about the map? It's very nice. Zardas is using it. You may have noticed Zardas popping up on the official Cities Skylines channel. They're using it in their current build, and it's supposedly a mod-free build. Now, I recommend using a few mods if you can, but you don't have to. Certainly with today's map, there'll be one or two mods, such as Move It, that will certainly help with the map. And of course, things like the Find Road Anarchy and tools like that are always useful. You don't need them, but they are useful. Now, why am I talking about mods and things? Because, frankly, the start of this show, there wasn't too much to talk about apart from a perfect highway and a perfect, if slightly too clean bridge. That's the one thing I'm going to say about the map. Yes, it is being used for a YouTube Let's Play, so there will be detail and stuff like that put in later, I would imagine. But it's a little on the clean side, this map. That's if you can call that a grumble. I mean, it's a very clean theme, and the highways are clean, and so forth. Now, first intersection. Now, I like this intersection, but I do have a couple of very minor grumbles, or one very minor grumble. But the heights are good, there's no street light clipping, everything's fine. If we come up here, we can see where the lanes merge in together. Well, we have here 3 lanes merging into 3, but you'll notice that we have these sound barriers. Now, sound barriers are obstructing the vision. If this was a real life scenario, they're obstructing the vision for traffic that's coming in onto the highway. So yes, use a mod there, Traffic Manager Present Edition, to do some lane selections and maybe some decals to mark in some white lines, just so that the traffic can merge safely. Here's possibly even worse because we have 5 lanes merging into 3, so you can't even have a dedicated single lane for that. Yeah, does that make sense? I think it does. It's not a huge problem. It's not a huge problem. It's just I would say a minor detail issue. What can you do? What can you do? All right, onwards to the next intersection where we are going to take a turn off because we want to get down to the start square, which means dropping down here. There's some very nice detailing under this bridge actually, with the keys, the vanilla keys, just to mark things out and just to stop the blue mantle from shining through. It's very well done, very nicely done. Right, on to the national roads. Now, it says in the description that this is like a medium difficulty map because the national roads rather than highways running through the start square. I don't have a huge problem with it. Yes, you can expand towards the highway. You can upgrade. Oh, hang on. Is that glitching through? It is kind of glitching through, but it's very minor, and you can imagine it like draping over. So I think we can let that one go. But yeah, national roads as into the start square is not a huge problem for me, but you won't be able to do a fast build on this one. You're going to have to do like a steady growth build. And let's have a look at the start square. Start square is perfectly fine. Lots of build location and roads and a big old windy river as well. Now that promised you a little bit of a quirky asset. It's time for that now. Yes, today's quirky asset of the day is the animated excavator by Takachi269. Now, if you are going to grab this, there are a couple of other assets you'll need, like you'll need to subscribe to the prop truck, and I've not gone with the recommended decals and stuff like that. I've put in a couple of different ones just to show that you can actually make it work with anything you like, actually. So anyway, while that is running, you'll also need the custom animator mod, but it's simple. Just subscribe and enable it, and that's it. That's all you need to do, and then this works. Factoids. Because factoids, we did have one this week about ladies having bits cut off of their bodies, so I figured we'd go the other way today. In a judgment passed in 1837, it was decided that if a man kissed a woman against her will, she was entitled to bite off his nose. See, it goes both ways. We live in such an enlightened age, don't we? Anyway, there you go. Animated excavated by Takachi269. Today's quirky asset of the day. And back to the roads. Now, the next couple of minutes of the show, we're going to lose a little bit in the standards. We're going to not hopefully not in the standards of the show, but in the standards of the build. Couple of very minor things coming up. So if you're waiting for bad things, what you're about to see is probably the worst that you're going to see, and it's not horrific, okay? And it's easily fixed, which I will show you how to do when we get there. But we'll just follow the national roads over. It's all good. It's fine. Wending its way through the environment. It's a very nice looking map, though, isn't it? Apparently it's based on a real location. I did read it, I've forgotten where, and then they've taken that and gone, right, okay, well, base it on that, but we're going to make it look a little bit more like some river system in Illinois or somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, we've got an intersection here which is perfectly lovely. I'm actually really happy with this one. No issues with that one at all. And then if we then head down to the next one, here's where we're slipping. Just slipping. I think they leave this in just for me to find, you know. These top creators, they know BonBonB likes to have a grumble. Anyway, we come down to here, we go down 3 lanes down to 2, and we have some major glitchery going on there. Okay, now how easy is that to fix? Really easy. Grab your Move It mod, and then just bend the roads out a little bit, and till they pop. There we go. That one there, pop on its own, is fine. So we'll pull that one out there, and there you go. That's got rid of the glitching. That's all good. Now what we do have though, over on the other side here, is a little bit of a ground-based road used as elevated. So we've got a little bit of blue mantle because of that. Now that isn't down to me. I promise you, that is not down to me. What we'll do is, I'm just going to undo my work there. If I can work out how to remember how to do this. Come on, you can drag those back. Yep, using the Control Z button. There we go. So that's back as it was, glitching as it was. If we go back over here, you'll see that it's not affected. That was basically a creator error, not a BonBonB has made it worse error. Alright, okay, that's not the end of it though. That's not the end of it. We've got another one coming like that in a minute. We're going to bear off this way and head off towards the edge of the map this way. Now, where we're going to find another, I think this is a plopped intersection. It might be if it's custom intersection, then Zardas has to blame for all of it. If it's custom, Zardas has to blame for all of it for not fixing it. Oh, Mr. Miyagi. I'm not sure who was playing with these. But anyway, we have a nice intersection here. And it's not quite a D. I thought it was a DDI, but it's not a DDI. But it's got some sort of DDI feel to it. But we have glitching going on here. And 1,000 traffic lights. Yes, you can remove those using either Traffic Manager or, of course, now in the side menu on the left, you can just basically select the traffic lights and deselect them. but I think you've got to have unlocked the square first. I'm not sure. But anyway, okay, that's about it. What do you think? It's your chance to vote on the map. I'm just kidding. We haven't got to the end of the show yet. I can see you going, hey, that was quick. BonBon, you haven't done the rail yet. you haven't done the shipping routes yet. Okay, so the rail. Now the rail, I could just basically sit here quietly for a couple of moments because there's not too much to talk about. One minor grumble with it on the entire length of the rail. So what we'll do is we will just talk inanely for a few moments about things. So, things. It's a good word, that, isn't it? It's got ing in the middle. Ah, there. So yes, lots of rail come through here. So it's all very slickly done. Ah, well, now this, nothing wrong with this. Don't see many of these in the maps, but Zardas, what were you thinking? You okay, hun? Yeah, just checking to make sure the catenaries are not actually blocking the rail lines, which they are not. It's got a little hint of blue mantle there, just a hint, just a dab. But we'll carry on. Under this bridge, and then up here you'll see some sidings available. And so we'll have a little look at the sidings and make sure there's no catenaries blocking rail lines. And we've got some glitching going on there, and a catenary right in the middle of the rail line. Oh, now that's a fail. That is a fail. And we have lagged, but we are moving. So don't worry about that. That is fine. We'll just ignore that. And that catenary is right next to the rail, so that's probably a fail. Then over here we have got a fail, and a fail, and a fail, and there's nicely aligned. And then down here we've got a double fail on that one, and a fail, and a fail. Yeah, doesn't really work, does it? Switching off the catenaries, that is probably your way forward there. But then, of course, you need to use a catenary replacer, and it's a mod-free map. So it's down to you how you decide whether or not this is a mod-free map or a not mod-free map. It's completely it's a mod-free game. Sorry, it's a mod-free Let's Play, isn't it? Sorry, the map isn't mod-free. I take it all back. I need a break. Do you know what? I'm going to take a moment. I'll see you on the other side of this.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the beginner's guide to the perfect cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
Guess who's back? It's BonBon here. Now we've got a couple of air routes. Oh, you've got air routes, but with the sharp angles on them. Now they're not as bad as when you have sharp angles on shipping routes. But when you've got them on air routes, I'd be out of my way if I didn't mention that, really. But yeah, we have some meandering rivers on Ludington by Mr. Miyagi and Zardas, Mass Transit by Mr. Miyagi and Zardas. It's easy to find on the workshop, okay? Yeah, the meandering, they're fine, they're lovely, they're very lovely. One of the longest river systems in any map we've seen. Not the longest, we have had longer, but they're fine, they're very nice, okay? Take it, okay? Just take it. And then if we then head on over to the overview and have a little look at the start square with the terrain line switched on, there's plenty of build plane going on there as well, so I'm happy with that. It's all flat and lovely. In fact, most of the map is flat and lovely. Very accessible. Down here we've got the remnants of a village, just a hint to a village, I think. It's the whole map is nice and clean. We haven't cluttered it with unnecessary props and stuff. Just one or two here and there, just to give me something to talk about, I think. And we've got the dirt track bridge as well, which is lovely to behold as well. Don't see many of those. A little bit of rock work going on, or cliff work going on there. Now, speaking of the water, the rivers being lovely, I think the highlight of the full river system has to be coming up here if we branch off to the right here, and it's all going downstream. It's all very nice. And then this little feature here where we've got the drop off, it's kind of like a weird drop off with some rock detailing on the bottom. It's if you come down here, like the glossy or the satin kind of effect from the water from this theme is really nice, and it really does help to make it work. Do have a bit of a minor grumble with this bit here. This one doesn't work quite so well for me. Like up here, this is more like a puddle than a lake. Because we aren't using mods, we haven't got the shoreline area of effects to cause ruining of the land around here. It means it just kind of looks like a big puddle. And we haven't done any detailing around it to kind of say, no, this is where the lake actually does end. So for me, not having that switched on would be an issue. But then if you do that, then any trees along the water line, anywhere close to the water, they would be dying, and we don't want dead trees. Like down here, there's some trees down here. If we switch on that effect, these trees would be dead. So you can't have it both ways. You either have muddy banks or dead trees, or you do some kind of detailing to make it all work. It's really, really a lovely map, don't you think? Liking the tree work as well. It does have a real realistic vibe, and I do like real realistic vibes. We do have a little bit of sand here. There's one of only 2 places on the map where we've got a hint of anything. A hint of sand, and where's the other one? It's going to shine like a bulb in a moment. There it is. So we've got some sand over here as well. Don't know why. Don't know if it's an error or whether it was an idea that didn't quite work. I don't know. But it's very good. Right. Are we thinking about rating this thing up? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Is this one of the best 10 maps of the month? I think it probably is. I think it probably is. Aesthetically, it's very slick, it's very smooth, it's very polished, very clean. I'm going to give it a medium to high 4. It's a good looking map. Detailing, across the whole, very good. We have a few little glitches that prevent it from getting anywhere near a 5-star, but it's a low to medium 4 for detail, I think. There we are. And then for gameplay potential, now despite what Mr. Miyagi says about there being no highway connections to the start square, I still think it works. I think there's plenty of options and possibilities to really make this into a great city build, and I'm going to give it 5 stars. You know, that's my prerogative. And when you get like 13 stars like this, usually it comes hand in hand, normally, and it does today, with the BonBonB seal of approval. Well done, you guys. Well done. Really like this one. I realise. Definitely one of my top maps of the month so far. Is it one of yours? Do let me know in the comments. Either way. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to the BonBon Buddies over on Patreon. You guys are the best. Thank you, Zardas, for actually being a sponsor over there as well. And yeah, we'll do the Steam weekly chart show tomorrow. See what good stuff there is in the Steam charts this week. And then we'll be back on Monday for another map in the What's Map series. Bank holiday here in the UK. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Hopefully you do too. Not too much chocolate, guys. Not too much chocolate.